First off, let me start by thanking Nancy, Jennifer, and John, and Sean for y'all's contributions since the last 24 hours or so. We're like $150 away from the Planetary Defense Commander thing. Because I got to tell you, man, this job is frustrating. And especially since politics has become the opiate of the masses and people just call each other names without, or just make shit up. Just people still saying, you said a hurricane was going to hit New York in September. I was like, well, I said 80% chance it would and 20% chance it would go out to sea. So I got people yelling at me because they can't even, figure shit out, follow the instructions correctly. And the other date and we had Hurricane Dorian and Humberto in the pretty much same window. So yeah, it hit, and if you can't figure that out, it's one of the problems of doing something publicly for everybody. Anywho, and so another date I've had us watch for 6 months is the 8th through the 12th, 13th, because of the Eris alignment. And it's the thing that allowed me to get the intensity of Hurricane Michael correct when everybody else thought it would barely be a Category 1. Up until 24 hours of landfall, up until the rapid intensification. And so here's a wonderful visualization of what I'm trying to tell you. I've got people saying, you said there would be a Cat 5. And I'm like, well, Dorian was a Cat 5, and I said there'd be probably 2 Cat 5s, Category 5 hurricanes we'll be looking for. And so Dorian qualified. And we might have this one and another one. And so this one is in the West Pacific. We're looking at the 10th. So that falls right within the range I've been talking about. And so I'm having a total deja vu because last year we had, look, that almost looks like a thumb. Do you see that? It's like a hand. And there's a thumb right there. Oh, wow. I got to draw that. Well, let me make my point first. So right there, you see, and I talked about this. I've been talking about this for a couple days now, how in shit like this, we see the pressure bleed through. If it is the exterior Eris, planet Eris pressure, then you can see that red dot there. Literally, it's breathing through. It's connected. See that right there? Like they're connected right there. Like a bullet shot through the earth. Bang, of pressure. And so while people are yelling, you said a hurricane's going to hit New York. I'm saying, well, there's still, I've been saying that even though it didn't hit on the 23rd, the entire East Coast and then the Gulf needs to watch. But definitely this area here needs to watch. And so you have a situation like last year. At this time last year, I think it was Tropical Depression 13, which became Hurricane Michael. They thought it would be a tropical depression. They thought there was a chance it could be a hurricane right now. This has it predicted at possibly, a tropical storm. And so, and that is the opposite side of this. I can't tell if it's that one or that one. But so, and so everybody on the coast, because if they move, like if this moves this way, then that would make this move this way, I think. And the Euro's taking it down and this one's taking it over. So I don't I've been saying, no matter what, everybody's on super high alert through October. Yeah. And look at this. I'm going to draw it if you don't mind. How are you doing? And so then, and so another thing is the models are drawing up the Gulf of Mexico, which I'm calling the Crystal River Tampa hurricane, although I don't want to be wrong and then have it hit somewhere else. So everybody in the Gulf needs to stay aware because I'm human and I do make mistakes. And if anyone thinks I'm doing anything otherwise than trying to help people out, they got me wrong. And like I said, I always admit my mistakes. Maybe I that's the hard thing about it. Well, I'll explain in a second. Whatever. Yes, there's a thumb right, like giving the thumbs up. Eris is giving over here the thumbs up, guys. And the southeast USA heat records have been being shattered. All-time October heat records have been shattered across the board in the Southeast in the last few days, the first 5 days of October. So, I don't know, I guess it's Darwin's Law. I try to help and save everybody, but people are too whatever to not realize that, yeah, dude, October's going to be freaking lit. And so I just got to sit back and watch because I am confident that, we get the Saturn hexagon shit, that I have not oversold this hurricane season at all. And so that is a massive monster. Some have projected it to be as low as 911 millibars, which would make it a super typhoon category 5. All right. And so as we watch the models try and draw up the New York or the East Coast, because the Euro has it dipping, we don't know what it's going to do. But look, so there you go. That is the like reverse side of the pressure, and then it has it tracking back towards the East Coast, and then kind of sitting there for a couple of days. So yeah, I would highly recommend everybody on the East Coast watch this thing. Great. It's like a really dangerous game of musical chairs. You know, it's like our society's going to keep its head up its butt and just gossip about politics until something really bad happens. And then hopefully we'll get our shit together. But here we're watching the Nav Jam. Nav Jam shows no matter what, you're going to get a big system, and it has it turning back into the Nova Scotia, New Hampshire, Maine area. And like I said, I think this thing could turn into a hurricane. Worst case scenario, abso-freaking-lutely. You could see this thing go to Cat 3, Cat 4 possibly, if the air's pressure supersedes what we know about hurricane formation. And so here, and then we still got, I don't know, like I said, I think I can't wait for 10 days from now. I'm going to be really, really, really wrong. Everybody's going to be like, Thor, you're amazing. And if I'm really, really, really wrong, I will totally apologize. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3. 6 days from now, we're looking at 3 tropical storms with potential for intensities higher than what they're listed as. Now, the GFS has split personalities, so it likes to windshield wiper back and forth between all the possibilities up until about day 10, day 7 of landfalling events or storm events. And so no matter what, it is nonstop drawn up a hurricane coming out of this area where Popocatépetl volcano, Colima volcano have been erupting nonstop, adding to the heat content available and the energy and the atmospheric instability. God, just look at all this shit right there. And so now it's taking it west. And this is the one that I think the Gulf has to watch out for. And then if it majorly intensifies, the East Coast can have to watch out too. Yeah, it's going to be a freaking stormy. Look at that. October. Okay. But people are like, yeah, see, so your Florida hurricanes disappeared. And the hurricane season's over. I literally had one guy saying, Florida, no more hurricanes are going to form, and Florida's totally out of it. They don't have to worry about shit. It's like, yeah, dude, you ain't got to worry about it. You ain't got to prepare for it. But, so the GFS, which had been showing some type of hurricane possibly threatening the United States around the same time frame, we were watching out through the 17th to the 23rd as well this month. Check this out. This is the gem. So the gem is now drawing up our possible Crystal River, Florida, Tampa, though everybody should prepare, I could be wrong, hurricane in 10 days. So, Cranky Weather Guy, his blog I should read and recommend. He's not worried about the New York thing turning into a hurricane, and he's been super accurate this season, but he is worried about the Gulf. And he says, let's check back on that in a week. But like I said, if it does something like Michael and is a major hurricane and will threaten this area, then I don't think preparation time for major events, the more time you have to prepare and be ready, the better. And if worst case scenario does happen and it draws it up as like a category 5 that comes through here just north of Tampa Bay, Crystal River, that would move it into Orlando and then all the way up the coast, and it might even maintain anywhere from Category 3 to Category 2 strength as it exits out into the Atlantic. So we've been lucky with hurricanes so far, and when I say that, we lost 5,000 people in Puerto Rico. That 2 times in China's history, 1 million people have died in a flood. It was like year 300, year 500. And so it's like, we've been lucky. I don't know if we have atmospheric defense this year, but I mean, if this thing, like, that's what I'm saying, last year, if this is like Hurricane Michael, and 24 hours because nobody else is factoring in Eris, this thing intensifies to like Category 3, Category 4. Like, it's going to catch a lot of people off guard and have a potential chance to do a whole lot of damage. Though I do think there's like a New York shield. Yeah, that's why we're watching. And I'm just sharing with you what I got. But like I said, and so now model number 2 outside of the GFS is drawing up our Gulf hurricane. So it's like I got to endure people talking shit for 3 more days, and then I think it'll settle down again. Yeah, I don't know, man. If everything's gotten colder and hurricane season's over, but all these heat records have been shattering. And all I've been doing is staring at these damn oceans since July. So if you do appreciate all my hard work and sacrifice, you can make a contribution or donation. I got a PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, Patron. You can send me a letter. T. Lewison, 5430 Birdwood Road, number 416, Houston, Texas, 77096. I want to thank everybody. We're still $150 away. At some point, hopefully, we'll hit it. Yeah, I appreciate it. And but like I said, if I got to wait 100 more hours, just people come back, talk shit, not pay attention to the information I have been giving or am giving now, ain't nothing I can do about it. As far as I know, right now, Texas is in the clear. So I'm doing this for other people's benefit. Technically, when I'm looking forward to talking about things other than hurricanes in November. I like to tell jokes. Man, this is a hard atmosphere. Tell jokes and when everybody's just mad about everything. So yeah, multiple models are showing a hurricane development coming out of the freaking Gulf. So it's the people that are saying like, oh, you got September wrong, that are poisoning the waters of other people's mind, making them think that I got something wrong when I technically got it right. Correct. It was a 20% out to sea option. And so, yeah, I don't know. Well, like I said, I have a feeling I'm going to be doing okay at the end of October. We'll see, though. Thanks to Vanna Viva. For this, models hinting at some type of cyclogenesis in the Caribbean Sea starting in about a week. Initial organization will be slow to occur. Anybody remember Hurricane Michael last year? Forget about it. You realize that New Jersey, New York, New England is on the opposite side of that thing, right? Yeah, it is. See, you can see the pleasure breeding foo. What did I just say? Okay, great. What about that Cat 5? LOL. What do you mean? This one? Or I don't even know. Like, look at watch. And we got hit by Michael as a Cat 5 last year, 6 days from now. Everybody's acting like it's freaking January and December. BG Weather, Brady, big boom for the GFS 18Z. Yikes. Da boo, 18Z GFS just inside 5 days, 1 run. And remember, the GFS and the Euro had predicted Hurricane Michael and to be at 1,000 millibars 5-6 days out. Phil Burt, Cape Cod Weather, will have to keep an eye out mid-late week next week for weather. Decent, given still 5 to 7 days out. Multi-model support for slow-moving ocean storm hybrid ? South of south new east may end up with some wind, rain around the area. Plenty of time to watch. Cranky Weather Guy, King of Weather Twitter, whose blog I'll leave link for you. The general short term for the early week events are offshore low glances the South Carolina, North Carolina coast with some modest shower enhancement, but is destined to arc up and away as the front advances in progressive fashion. Our kick dropping in fast now into the Pacific Northwest. So yeah, he's not really worried about the storm. And he's been great. But I'm saying it's the air alignment, the exact date I've given. I would stay aware. And remember Hurricane Michael and that whole situation last year, if you want to. And yeah, you got heat records breaking and cold records breaking. Earth is up. McDLT, the hot side is hot and the cold side is cold. But Lord, guide our feet into the way of peace, please. So yeah, this is super cool. The pun is intended. The McKinley Climatic Laboratory. Yeah, what? All right. I got to find... It's Cool Cloud. Jeez, Jenny Lee. How'd you get so cute? Henry Margaret City. Wow. This is for the 21st. Yeah, the middle of October is going to be crazy too. The sunset this morning was orangey red, orange. Yeah, it's freezing in New Mexico. East. Marine coastal storm could end up close to the coast. Thanks, Henry. And here you go. Volcano de Fuego in Colima. It pouring out. That's lava, like pyroclastic flow gray mud. So those volcanoes have been going off nonstop. 71 years ago, a hurricane impacted the Florida Keys with damaging winds, heavy rains, and flooding storm surge. This was the second hurricane to hit the island chain in 2 weeks. Like I said, 10. I ain't worried about it, dude. 10 freaking days from now. And this is the giant major typhoon that will be threatening Japan, Taiwan. And models have taken it anywhere as low as 911 millibars. Beautiful sunsets, riots in Hong Kong. Oh my God. Like Pooh Bear, just want to get that honey pot. For real though, what's it talking about? Okay, we're almost there. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You need to calm down. What do you wear? You having a fun night? Oh, dang. I'm probably going to be here for a second. A woman's body has curves. Pooh Bear. Eeyore. What is it talking about? Okay. It's here somewhere. The sun will come out tomorrow. So yeah, we have that storm system that's extending over things. Here's where we have possible 911 millibar low, 922, 915 for the West Pacific storm. And then, there you go. So this is last year, the Euro on the 5th, which is today, it predicted Hurricane Michael as a tropical storm. All right, I'm leaving you with that. And I will continue to cover this because I can't look away. And I'm going to be obsessed with this shit until the end of October at least. So if you do appreciate all my hard work, any contribution, letters, anything at work, man, if you get what I've been doing and doing it well, I'd appreciate that. Inspire me, baby. Like 49 days away from my THORnews 7-year anniversary. Hope I get to celebrate. All right, everybody stay cool if you're into that shit. And definitely on that storm, and this includes North Carolina, because George, I'm going to have to buy you a beer someday. I got to explain to you. You allowed me to go see my favorite band of all time live. I hadn't seen it in a decade, and there's no way I'd be mentally stable enough to continue to bring people this information without that night. And thanks to Sponge the band, they're amazing. They're so cool. Okay, so God bless everyone. Yeah, and like I said, I'm 3 days from now. I'm gonna be like, people be like, oh yeah, okay, mate. Oh yeah, oh, gotta go. God bless everyone.